So firstly, just tell us the idea around the mountain biking and just the growth thereof.
I think for us it was, moving down to Paarl. I think it's almost 5 years now. It feels like it was yesterday. There were a couple of reasons. Obviously, just the lifestyle out here in Paarl. My son Tane has Asperger's, so am I. So having a quieter environment, so we thought was the place to come. And I mean, we've never looked back. And then we came down here, and up in Joburg, we used to do quite a lot of events and build parks and that. And we thought, let's try it out down here. And started this little vision and this idea a couple of years ago, and it's just amazing to see the community and how everybody's pulled together. We've gone from, I think we started off with 5 kilometers of trail that we opened, or 10 at Reebok's Cliff, and today as we sit here, I think there's over 220 kilometers of trails.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it goes through about 65 different farms around Paarl and Paarl Mountain, and the landowners and Drakensberg municipality and everybody that has supported this vision, I think it's just amazing to see how it's grown and the effects on the town and the economy and the people and that. Yeah, it's something special.
Yeah, okay, well tell me about the massive interest in mountain biking and maybe just cycling in general. I remember when I still could ride a bike, I just used to go up Paarl Mountain and then come down, but I mean there's so many different trails now, so I mean there's massive focus on mountain biking in Paarl.
I think, it's just a lifestyle around mountain biking or cycling in general. You've got a couple of little factors here in Paarl, which is what I believe makes it probably one of the most special places in the world for cycling. And I mean, you've got this wine industry that's so special, all these landowners, the farm, the communities. You've got a municipality that absolutely is behind adventure sport and converting or molding this area and this town into an adventure sport mecca, which I believe it's becoming. So it's all these factors that are now playing to a perfect storm, if you want to call it that. And you've got wine farms that are taking on adventure sports, and they're all upgrading. And so we then continue developing all of these trails through the wine farms, and what's happening is you're mixing a whole lot of tourism opportunities. You've got adventure sports, you've got food and wine, you've got hiking, you've got mountain biking, and everybody mixes together, and the trails are the foundation, to showcase what we've got here in the Drakensberg area. And there's just so much that you can sit in, and I mean, people currently we've probably got about 40 different groups out here in Paarl.
Jeez.
Whether they're training for epic or tourists that are starting to come back and they're enjoying a great meal, a wine, doing a hike, doing a mountain bike, all the local economic spin-offs, whether it be restaurants or fuel or it's a snowball effect, and it's great to see that everybody's taking it on.
Yeah, and I mean, it must be massive for the farm owners as well. I mean, we all came out of COVID and things were a bit quiet, so now tourists coming back and cycling is picking up again, so it's probably a good cash injection or like economical advantage.
Yeah, I think obviously, the farmers here and the landowners are special people. Their focus is farming, but to sit back and say, hey, I want to support the community, I want to support tourism, I'm allowing you to use our land and build these trails, and it helps security on the mountain. I mean, you've got Lindsay and Portia and them up on Paarl Reserve that are absolutely amazing, and Larisha now and Cheryl and then from Drakensberg, and everybody is putting together with the landowners and the local community, and we're sitting down and working out these, call it nodes and activities that everyone's putting together. And when somebody comes out here, whether it be we call it an out-of-towner from Cape Town or Joburg, they're flying down for weekends now to do mountain biking trips. I think COVID was just spurred it on a little bit more. It helped, I think, a lot of businesses to have that extra bit of people cycling and coming out to the town. And now it's about working and focusing on that. And I believe that, again, my personal opinion, that Paarl has got special wines and special food and that, but we've got this unique adventure tourism offering, and that's what we should be focusing on, is setting ourselves apart, and I believe we've got the area to do it. The entire Winelands has got to do it, and we can become a world-class destination.
Yeah, I mean, like I said in the intro also, I only found out last year that UCI even has an office here. They do the tournament, guys from all over Africa sleep over there. I mean, that's massive for like a small town like Paarl.
Yeah, the development, cycling development. I mean, that's just, you've got your tourism element, you've got your local cyclists, which are, you've got your schools, you've got your internationals that are coming in that were JP and them on, and you've got Malcolm Langer and them, you've got
them also,
Clint, who's part of our team as well. Clint, we're launching a new development cycling team at 10 o'clock this morning.
Oh, cool.
Which is absolutely exciting for us. Yolandi and then with the Legacy Project. So it's not only about dealing with the high-level sports, and whether it be road or mountain biking, it's about growing and nurturing the youngsters to come up and enjoy the sport, because we want them on bikes, we want them out of the off the tablets, and, no offense, but off of YouTube and all of that, and outside enjoying the open area. You know?
So you of course have two legs in your, let's call it two helmets. So you have the one that is the Paarl Trails, and you have the Legacy Project also. I want to touch on that. So Paarl Trails, give me an overview or summary of Paarl Trails.
So Paarl Trails, and we just rebranded it Paarl Trails now, and the Hero Legacy Project work hand in hand. So we've actually moved them about a year ago into an NPC. Because it's not a business about making money, and any trail builder or will tell you that you'll never make money out of trails. You know? But what it is, it's a foundation for growing tourism and getting people to the town. So we put everything into a non-profit company, and the memberships, that new membership that we were chatting about earlier, the day passes that people pay, the Legacy Project, all that income that we get goes towards cycling development, all the Legacy Project kids. We've currently got 4 teams with Duan, our head trail builder, and Francois, a total about 35 guys that we've put through skills development programs. So we've put around about 250 guys in the last 3 years through the program. And we skill them and teach them how to build trails, marshal at events, and do a whole lot of other stuff. So that income funds those projects. And then you've got, I mean, it's one thing to build a trail. I got a thing the other day when a guy said to us, no, they're BS bikies. And I said to him, okay, if you can find that BS that builds those trails, please, I'll take 10 of them. You know, because it takes a lot of work to build these trails out in 48-degree heat. And they build and maintain them, and that. So the project is growing, and that allows us to build and maintain all these trails, which benefit the local areas. You know?
But you also mentioned that it also connects a lot of towns in the area.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, we focus on Paarl, but we're part of a couple of other trail networks, and that for the last 2 years, we've worked really hard on finding a way to come together. And then you've got Peter and them out in Wellington, which is also part of Drakenstein. You've got ourselves, they've got 200 Ks. You've got Bino Conservancy, you've got Franshoek, and then you've got further afield like Jonkershoek, that's out of Drakenstein, Stellenbosch and all. And we managed to pull off something quite special last year, where we all eventually came to an agreement, and we launched this Winelands Pass, which is a membership which gives you access to over 1,100 kilometers of trails stretching from Strand all the way to Wellington. So guys can now get a membership if they don't want a day pass, and they've got unlimited access to this trail network. And what we're starting to find is that from a local tourism point of view, is you're getting guys from Stellenbosch coming out to ride out in Paarl or Wellington, and vice versa. So you're getting this interconnectivity. And then you've got guys like Trails SA and that are doing the open trails that are free of charge, linking all of these towns. So I think there's so many really special and amazing oaks that are working together and towards this bigger goal. And it's special what's happening.
Yeah, and then your Legacy Project, of course, that's a project for previously disadvantaged kids to introduce them into mountain biking?
Yeah, I think we prefer to look at it as kids on bikes, whether you're kids or an adult and that. So Yolandi and Manette and their teams run the Legacy Project. And what we do is, like on a Wednesday, we have the foundation classes at Specialized. and the trails are open free of charge to kids and that. We've got coaches with Petrus from M-Race. So they come out, we partnered with them, and we teach kids how to ride bikes from 2 years old.
Wow.
Adults come through, we teach them how to ride bikes, and then from there they go through a program where they get better coaching and better advice and just helping them enjoy the trails. And then we're getting kids and whether from other areas, whether it be Paarl East or Wellington or whatever, and we inviting them, and they coming out and we're helping them out, giving them entries to events, and we're trying to expose different kids, whether they're adults and they're from different areas, no matter what color, culture you are, everything. It's a funny thing, when you're on a bike, none of that makes a difference. Everybody's just having a great time, and it's special to see now with Clint, like with Clint and them, is to see that the couple of years that we've been running this, we're starting to get kids that are really starting to pull through the system.
Wow,
and
that's cool.
It's exciting to see what's going to be happening in a couple of years. As these kids grow and get more experience, and the racing, we got some great results this weekend at the XCO, and see how it goes.
Pretty cool. So tell us a bit about the Clint collab. You said you're launching something today?
Clint has obviously been with us for a while now. He moved back down from Joburg, and everybody knows Clint and Brandon and everybody from Paarl, and Clint and I have been mates for quite a long time, and it's just special, to have a person like that is passionate about our brand, about cycling, and he's a true inspiration, I think, to everybody with what he's done and where he's come from and that. And he works very closely with Yolandi and the rest of the team, and just focusing on inspiring young kids to show them that it is possible. It's not a pipe dream, and the entire team, Enzo, they're called Enzo Construction, and we sponsor them from Hero Legacy and Specialized Paarl and that.
Very cool.
To come and do races. They're going to be going around and giving skills clinics to schools, helping with the Legacy program, and I'm just excited to see 6 or 8 guys from Paarl that have grown up here on the racing scene, see what they're going to be doing. I think they're going to raise a couple of eyebrows.
Wow. Okay. So are they starting like a team, like a professional?
It's a full-on team. That's obviously, it's been quite a process to get together, and I mean that's all Clint's hard work, and that's been put in, and we're just honoured to be a part of it, and it's great to have them as part of Hero Legacy and Specialized. And see where we go, it's working together. You can't do anything alone. That's what's special about this whole project, is that it's not just a group of us, it's the entire community that's working together.
Okay, so tell me a bit about how the membership works. Where do you get hold of it? And then also tell me, if a kid out there doesn't have a bike but likes to see what's happening or sees Clint as inspiration, how do they get involved?
Yeah, I mean, we've obviously got the store here in Paarl. There's various other points that they can get a membership. So there's 2 types of membership. There's the local, which is the yellow board, which gives you free access from Wellington all the way to Banu Conservancy. It's about 600 k's of trails. It includes like Placida Mill and all sorts of other areas. And Specialized Paarl, we've got a great new network in there. And they've got access to all of those. Otherwise, you can take a bigger membership, which is our what we call our regional, which stretches from Somerset all the way to Wellington.
Wow, very cool.
But I mean, that's for people that cycle regularly. Otherwise, they can get day passes at Reeboks or Spice Route or at the store. And then with the Legacy program, I think that what we always say to everybody is, come out, bring the kids on a Wednesday to Specialized here in Paarl, and come and try it out. If you don't have a bike, let us know. We'll make a plan. We've got some bikes there that we'll get them trying out, and whatever we can do to get kids and juniors interested in cycling and the outdoors, we'll make a plan.
Cool, man. Yeah, guys, and I mean, your social media handle on Instagram has changed now, it is?
Yeah, it's Paarl Trails.
Paarl Trails,
and
Facebook?
then Specialized Paarl,
And then Facebook as well?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, so Darren Herbst, you saw I don't have to tell you anything about mountain biking in Paarl and Wellington. Go check them out. I think now that COVID is letting go of its restrictions, people can come out a bit more. He says the trails all over Paarl, over Wellington, so it's the bigger network. So check them out and join them. Thanks, Darren.
Oh, okay.
Cool, man. So we're just going to move over to Jdite, and she's going to speak to Lee quickly.